I believe in only one thing, the power of human will. And no, that isn't a quote from a famous speaker or anything like that, motivational guy. That's from Joseph Stalin. But I think it just goes to show that you can learn something from just about anybody. It's a good quote that I like. Hello, Speech 100. I'm Kevin Hubbard. Today I'm going to be telling you about me, my background, and joining the Navy, some of the things I like to do. And one of those things I like to do is computing. This is a little netbook that I loaded Linux Ubuntu for my daughter to play with because Windows XP is pretty unbearable on this thing, and it works really well. I live in Crofton, Maryland with my wife Arantxa and my daughter Mary. Arantxa's from Spain. Her dad wanted to originally name her Macarena, which I think would have been pretty comical had, considering the song, had she actually been stuck with that. But her mom didn't choose that, and so she's Arantxa. I was born on the 1st of January, and I was not the first child born of the year, but I was the first from my small town of Linden, where I come from, and I missed, my father missed getting a tax break on me by about 18 hours, which I think he was probably disappointed with, but I did get a bank account established for me with $50 in it, and I got a little piggy bank that I still have to this very day. I come from a family of 7. I have, including my parents, I have 2 older brothers, I have an older sister and a younger brother. Big family, lots of fun, lots of good times. So I grew up in a small town my entire life, same school system, so I knew people from kindergarten all the way through high school graduation and made some lifelong friends that I'm still in touch with to this day. My best friend and I were always building things and making stuff, and all kinds of things, electronic things, boats, go-karts, you name it, anything we could. We got into rocketry, and we even built ourselves a little homemade bazooka rocket launcher that we played with, that I'm sure you couldn't get away with in today's high threat terror days that we have now. People would have thought we were trying to blow things up. So I guess all that running around, military garb and BB guns and all that led into a military career. My best friend ended up going on to West Point. My other good friend went on and joined the Navy, and I followed him. I joined the Navy too, even though we ended up with completely different jobs and I never saw him while I was in the Navy. I went to boot camp in Chicago in the winter, which was cold. You'll see a theme here. I went to Massachusetts for school right after that during the storm of the century, which was basically a hurricane in the middle of the winter, so it was cold there too. And I did finally get down to Pensacola to my second part of my tech school. And while I was down there, I got to choose orders, and I chose Norfolk as my first choice, San Diego as my second, and England as my third. And in military process, the way things work in the military, I ended up in sunny Misawa, Japan. Yeah, cold again for all those years. And it was an Air Force base, so I still hadn't stepped foot on a ship after about 4 years. But then I got to go to Rota, Spain. And while I was there, I got to deploy. I met my wife. And that was a great tour, the best tour. After that, I went to Washington, D.C. I got stuck there on a double tour, all shore duty, 5 straight years. So I was itching to go back to sea and see the world again, and I did, from San Diego on the USS Boxer. I got to go across the Pacific where I had never been, so that was pretty neat. And I got to be around a bunch of young guys, got to play sports again, which is a big hobby of mine. I love a good pickup basketball game, but baseball is really my favorite, and I got to play in a little league action out there, which was fun for me. I think it'll be the last time I ever do anything like that, though, because the years are ticking by. I'd love to coach Little League, so I'm looking to do that this summer. I've talked to a few people. We'll see how that goes, if I have time with all these classes that I'm taking now. So another hobby of mine is, besides computers, of which I have multiple computers and a home network and all that going on here because I am studying computer networking, so yeah, we'll see. But I also love woodworking. That's a big hobby of mine, and I made all kinds of things, and I even have a cabinet in my kitchen, so it's not bad. I'm pretty good at it. It gets me stuck doing a lot of things around the house that I think a lot of other guys can get out of, but my wife knows I'm fully capable, so I'm the handyman. So I'd just like to say that now you all know something about me, and I think that I'm just a typical military guy. I've like sports and computers. I think I'm a typical modern military guy. I'm retired now, so we'll see how retirement goes, but I think it'll just be pretty much more of the same. Thank you.